Hello, hashtag Verse TV family, and welcome to episode 2 of hashtag Verse TV round 2, coincidentally 2. I'm Aaron Mack, and I'll, because we're still in the month of January, I am going to say my resolution, it's not a resolution, my theme for 2025 is more value. And that can be more value in money, more value in self worth, which is something, again, I need to work on more value and self worth, more value in everything. Yes, self love, more value. Yes. Again, I'm Aaron Mack, and
Hey everybody, Happy New Year still. My name is Cato.
And hello, this is basic complexity. Happy New Year all.
marvelous. All right. So, we are going to dig right into our randomly selected question from our good friends at Questions in a Box. And I love their app because their app doesn't have in-app purchases, and in-app purchases are evil. I despise them. And this time, last episode, we did Cato's chosen section, which is from Big Picture. And this week, our random question, which comes from Kevin's selection of close friends. And I'm digging into the box and I will read the question. And Kevin, basic complexity, you pick the order of the answers, okay?
All right.
And the random good friends question is, what is the most frustrating thing that happened to you recently? And what order will we answer in, Kevin? Basic complexity.
Wow. Because I can't even think of a question right now. Actually, Aaron, I say you could go first.
Okay. Well, that's an interesting coincidence because I do have an answer for that. The most frustrating thing that happened to me is I don't want to blame StreamYard or make it seem like StreamYard is anything short of phenomenal, which it is. And they know that, and that's why they cost what they do now. It is what it is. I'm sorry. But they didn't let me know until after the recording, or at least it wasn't prominently placed, that the recording wouldn't be recorded until I delete some space or open some space. Open. I love being open. Anyway, let me stop. I'm open minded, is what I am, okay? Yes, my mind is open. Open to anyway, okay? So, yeah, that was frustrating having to go in. I was like, that's really an unnecessary thing to explain. But yes, I had a tipped with StreamYard, but it's all as well now. Yes. Who's next? You or Cato?
Um, alright, I'm sorry I had a long go off. Could you go next?
I can. The most frustrating thing that happened to me recently um, is actually I kind of did it to myself. So I frustrated myself with my procrastination. I waited until the last minute to do a few things. I was taking a class, international business, and I waited until the very last minute to get some homework done and take some quizzes online. and I was very, very frustrated with myself. I was very, very stressed out, trying to figure out, trying to make sure that I got a good grade. In the end, I did get a good grade. I got a B, which isn't an A, but I'm still working on it. But that was probably my most frustrating thing, the fact that I was a procrastinator.
It gets the best of all of us, friend. Yes, it does.
Yes.
Basic complexity?
Yes. Most frustrating thing that's happened to me recently, in all honesty, I really cannot think of anything frustrating, at least not recently. Um, yeah, so I really cannot think of anything off the top of my head that's happened recently. Um, yeah, I really cannot think of anything. Um, and I'm thinking probably, well, the only frustrating thing, and it's always been like this my entire life, has come from basically, in general, I'm not speaking on no one in particular, but when there's a breakdown of communication, and yeah, that could go all kinds of ways. But yeah, in general, I mean, there's good communication, then it shouldn't be a frustration. But whenever there's a breakdown of communication, yes, that can be extremely frustrating.
I agree.
I third it. Yes. All right. So we are going to songs 5 through 10 now. These are the top songs of the year two nope, the year 1999, the turn of the century. We were all not even the age of the majority yet. I'm the oldest on this panel at 41. And in 1999, that's the year that I turned 16, I think. Well, nine, one, two, three. Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
was 15, 16 that year. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway, so our songs, keeping it going, keeping it funky and fabulous. Our songs are, as far as the top songs of 99, I Knew I Loved You Before I Met You by Savage Garden. And that's right, I picked the order for this one. Let's go with Kato first, I think.
I remember that song, and I actually remember liking it. It was it's a beautiful kind of love song. It's a little weird to think you love someone before you met them, but that's how strong love is. That's how transcendent it is. You can love someone before you meet them.
Guess vocabulary, transcendent. Oh my gosh, okay. Yes, one, two, three. That's a jewel of a word. My old teacher years ago was like, when you can give a 3 syllable word or more, that's a jewel of a word. So yes, Cato, yes. Love, mm, love can be a lot of things. And I used to think that too. Basic complexity,
Yeah, well, yeah, love could definitely be a lot of things. But it could be definitely a positive, but on the other hand, it could be a negative, depending on the situation.
All right. And next is none other than Queen Whitney Houston. And My Love is Your Love. That's the title track of that album. My Love is Your Love. And I'll go first, and I have an article and a word, a colloquialism. I stand. That's it. Done. Period for Whitney. Mm-hmm. Basic complexity.
I will say, well, for one, I love that album because I definitely remember it coming out, and I should be told, yes, I bought my mom's copy, but yeah, love the album, and definitely at that time, um, Aaron, the person you sent for Whitney Houston, did duet with the person who I so adore, but I was definitely standing for at the time Mariah Carey. And yes, that was one of the big duets of the 90s.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I love Mariah Carey as the diva that she is. I think that's awesome. In addition to that love, I of course love Whitney Houston. I
Right.
only stand for one. I only stand for Whitney Houston, and I have so many reasons. Anyway, all right. The next song is ooh, Jessica Simpson. I wanna love you forever. And we'll start with basic complexity.
All right. That song, I didn't dislike it, but at the same time, I'm not gonna say it was my favorite. Um, and in particular, off of that album, which, and correct me if I'm wrong, that her debut album. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Then I believe the song of the album that I fell in love with, which I believe was the follow-up single. Um, Boy, I think I'm in love with you.
Excellent. All
Yeah.
right. And I will say my quick answer is as far as Jessica Simpson, I say us millennials slept on her outstanding talent,
Yes.
and I blame myself too. Sorry. Kato?
I was not one of those millennials who slept on her talent. I actually really liked Jessica Simpson, ouch, back in the day, and I thought that was a really great album. My favorite song was the song she did with Nick Lachey, but that's for another conversation. But I thought it was a really good song, and I think she has a great voice.
I agree completely.
Mm-hmm.
And our next song is Brian McKnight, Back at One.
Mm.
And Kato, you can go first.
I remember that song, and honestly, that wasn't my favorite song. But Brian McKnight does have a great voice, and um, he does some pretty good slow songs.
With that being said, I'll go second. I agree. And I must say, Brian McKnight is absolutely beautiful, which he is. And I for me, that was that song. He has many songs that I love, but that song was one of those. Oh, they're playing that again. Hmm. Okay. Oh, that. Hmm. Let me change the channel. Okay. Oh, yep. Hmm. That's pretty much my reaction to it. Basic Complexity. Back then, he has other songs that I love so much. Basic Complexity.
Yeah, the song. Well, even putting the song aside, I definitely fell in love with the music video.
Mm.
Because it definitely kind of told a different story. Like the premise of the video was that all these people had died in a plane crash. Brian McKnight being one of the people, and then he's during the video he's singing, but he's kind of like speaking from the afterlife, I guess you could say. And I really think that the song itself, um, along with the video, was extremely touching. Guess my opinion.
I remember you showed me that video. By the way, Day the QT left a comment, well, commented on the video, and he said, I too love my, let me read it verbatim instead of playing like that. But he said, My Love is Your Love is my favorite album. Oh, I just got the low pow. Okay. Is my favorite album. And he said, Happy New Year, gentlemen. Happy New Year to you too,
Yeah.
friend. Yes. Thank you.
2025.
2025. Yes. All right. And our last song, we're closing out with Santana. Uh, I'm like, should I yell into it? It's done. Okay, cool. The last song is Santana featuring Rob Thomas with the song
Oh, that's not the song I was singing.
Smooth. Oh my gosh, I apologize. It took me a minute, but with the song Smooth. And I'll actually go first for that. As far as my memories of that song, I remember it was a humongous hit, which is
Mm.
very cool. And I remember my mom explaining that she remembers Carlos Santana back when he was new, because I guess they're from same or similar generation, probably same, about the same time. And mom was like, "Yeah, I remember when he was new. I loved Carlos Santana back then, or I enjoyed his music way back then, and I still do." And because of that, I was like, I, I that endeared the song to me, and I enjoyed it more. I was like, "Yay, mommy likes it!" So it's like older people coming back with new music. That's so cool. My generation is super cool. Next, Basic Complexity.
The song "Smooth," I definitely liked it from jump. At the time, I didn't. I mean, I was aware of who Carlos Santana was. Wasn't sure. I didn't really know anything about the guy that was singing the song, and I forget his name. Is that
Rob
is
Thomas.
Rob Thomas? Thank you. I didn't really know anything about him, but he sounded good singing the song.
Give me your heart, make it real, or just forget about it. By the way, our friend Dave the QT commented again and said, I absolutely enjoy that song Smooth. Did he say abs? Yes. Sorry, my glasses are on the way. I'm sorry. But yes, he said, I absolutely enjoy that song Smooth. Kato?
I like that song as well. It was a pretty good song, and I like Rob Thomas as well. I think they did another song together, if I'm correct, and I love that song. But at any rate, "Smooth" was a good song too.
Absolutely. All right. So, ooh, you know what? We're only using the. Oh well. Sorry, y'all. Um, I don't. Actually, that might be right. And if it is, let's keep going. So, our next topic is, and I'll get these names again one day, but we did the rando, we did the music. Oh, we're actually making really good time. So, but not everything has to go on forever. So, our last topic of episode 2 is, and you can comment. And Day the QT, you can comment too. Day the QT 3000. You can comment on this, but the question is accept or reject browser cookies. And the order we'll go for answering will be Kevin, Cato, or Kevin, myself, then Cato. Basic complexity. All right, and Day the QT actually did comment. And he said, did Rob have a song where the video is my vision? I'm sorry. Do you see it, Kato?
I can. Did Rob have a song where in the video his jeans were so tight his crotch was prominent? I don't remember. I don't remember the video. I just remember the song. But I'm gonna have to go back and check just for research purposes.
For personal research to see if it was actually that tight.
Right.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But yes. Okay. Cool. And wasn't Rob Thomas the lead singer of the group? And I might be totally wrong, so don't hate me or anything. But was Rob Thomas the lead singer of the group Third Eye Blind?
I think so, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I think so. Anyway, and Day the QT gave you an LOL. And so, oh, we were going to start with basic complexity, but he went at, oh, he's back. All right. So, web browser cookies, accept or reject. And everybody, anyone can leave comment, accept or reject for web browser cookies. We'll start with you, Kato.
I always accept them only because probably for conspiracy reasons. I think they're already checking anyway. Whether or not I accept those cookies, they're tracking me. So what difference does it make? And sometimes it does help the site work a little better when you accept the cookies. So I always accept.
Okay. And I agree. Day the QT said reject those time. What's the last word? Times.
Most times, yeah.
Most times. Reject most times. Okay. And basic complexity was actually somewhat similar. And Cato's answer is kind of in between us. I I accept them all the time. I took a class or whatever, bragging, right? And I'm kidding. But I took a certification for digital advertising, and I know how cookies are used for digital advertising, and I think I see it as a benefit for companies to. Oh, Kevin's back. Basic Complexity is back. I see a benefit for companies actually knowing what I want, and they are able to present me with things of interest to me. I think that's convenient. I was talking with my uncle about this very topic, and my uncle was like, no, 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 no. I read the book 1984, so I am not uh, I feel that's a slippery slope. He didn't say slippery slope, but I do see how it could be a slippery slope to us having everything monitored. But as Cato was saying, the way I see it, we're all being monitored anyway. I live life very voyeuristically. The way I see it, every single thing that I do is probably being monitored, especially after 9/11. And if that helps to keep us safe as Americans, cool, I guess. You know, we are very, us millennials can be a very public generation, you know, as far as what we do, and we're very comfortable with that often. Dave the QT is not, he says no. Basic Complexity, I think you're closer to what he said. You don't agree with web browser cookies. You don't accept, always.
Yeah, not always.
Okay. Well, and you can share your answer. Kato, if you can do the reading again, friend.
Did they monitor the sexy assassin? I'm not sure what that is. Oh, but Basic Complexity knows.
Speaking of sexy assassin, isn't the guy the last episode's topic, the guy you had a crush on, the sexy whatever he was your favorite, and didn't you say, were you one of the people who sent the money to bail him out of jail or something, Kevin? I know. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. Anyway.
That's an absolute no.
Oh, you didn't send him money.
No.
You were just one of the people on the streets who was like, we need to free this beautiful man so he can start his
not
modeling
even
career.
that. I was just like, all right, he's attractive. I'll give him that. That's it.
Okay. So you sometimes accept cookies, sometimes not. Kato, sorry. The better pair of eyes because you have glasses.
There you go.
There
He said he sent bail money to the sexy assassin.
Did you? Oh my gosh. Oh, okay,
He
the cute.
is a cutie. I must say.
Well, the one I had a crush on was, and I know we're going back to this topic, but I had a crush on the dude who, yes, ate his roommate's brain. I'm sorry. He was cute. Call me crazy. Sorry. Yes. He just needed some guidance. He needed some love. He needed my love. And he would have been better. I would have healed him.
You could have healed him.
Huh?
I said maybe you could have healed him. You're absolutely right.
Or maybe my brain would have ended up on a plate in a microwave. I don't know. But it would have been worth a shot. I don't know. I'm kidding. I think. But yeah. Kato?
He said, I don't know his name, LOL. I think he's talking about the sexy assassin. I don't know his. What's his name?
we talking about this recently.
He wants to know. He says, "Wait, who ate what? When?"
Stop. The guy who was in college, and this was actually years ago, but the news sort of recycled the story. But there was a dude who was in college in Maryland, and while he was in college, he ate his roommate's brain. Sorry. Oh my gosh, I know. He just needed some guidance. He needed some heartfelt guidance. Anyway, I'm
Maybe
sorry.
a home cooked meal.
What'd you say, Kato?
I said, or maybe a home cooked meal.
Yeah, a home prepared meal with actual ingredients that humans are comfortable eating.
Absolutely.
Yes. And
He says, was it raw or cooked? The brain.
I I think the story goes that he was keeping it in the freezer or something and eating it. I don't know. I guess eating like the ice cubes of the brain. Ew. That is kind of gross, but I don't mind a man who's got some
Works.
quirks. Yes. Things that make him unique. Anyway, yes.
Unique, all right.
Unique. By the way, I love that song by Beyonce. I love her album, um, Renaissance. That was a great album. I'm sorry.
I
It
agree.
was. Yes, it was and is. And Kato,
He says, okay, keep it in the freezer is crazy. You got to make sure it's fresh.
you know, and that is interesting though because it's like who wrote these books on how to keep a brain in good condition so you can later eat it. You know, who wrote that? I don't know.
Renaissance is his favorite Beyonce album.
Favorite what album? Favorite
Beyonce
Beyonce? Yes. For me, it's either Renaissance or it's Four.
album.
Renaissance and Four go back and forth for me. But yes, Basic Complexity stepped out, but we're coming to the end of the show. Basically, let's see. Oh, he's back just that fast. Good. All right, Basic Complexity. We are closing the show, and Kato.
Dr. Lecter wrote the book. Is that as in Hannibal?
As in Hannibal, pretty much. So, yeah, Dr. Lecter. Yeah. And I guess darn it, he was in college and he was beautiful. Okay? Shoot, I think I was like in my early 20s when that story first came out, or rather my mid to late 20s. I think I was somewhere in my 20s when that story first came out, but I did see they seemed to recycle it like 5 years later with the same photo of the guy. And that's how I knew because I was like, oh, he's so handsome. Even the second time around that this story has been recycled. But yes, he was smart enough because he read books. He is one of those reading guys. And Kato,
He's going to Google him.
the guy who ate the brain, he's cute. Oh my gosh! And that makes me. We have like 2 minutes. That makes me want to Google him too.
Well,
And
either brain.
yes, the guy who ate the brains, and who ate the brain of his roommate in college in Baltimore. Oh wow. It says he ate his heart and brain.
Ew.
Yeah, he is handsome. Oh my gosh. Like, okay,
Oh,
since I
that's
pulled it
supposed to
up,
be an excuse. Okay.
he's beautiful.
But that's a crazy picture of him.
No, it's not. It's a picture of someone who needs love. Damn it. Anyway, let me stop before YouTube flags me for using profanity. But I think he's cute. Anyway, all right, social media family. We will talk to you all later. And peace. Hashtag Verse TV round 2. Oh, we can't close yet. Kato?
He agrees. He said, "Yeah, he's cute."
Yes, he is. Oh my gosh. Day the QT 3000 gets it. Kato, Kevin, if you all don't get it, you're just behind. Do you get it?
I think I
No.
might be behind.
You might be behind.
Yeah.
Basic complexity, are you behind? No pun
Yes.
intended. Oh, you don't see, well,
I
I
think
know
it's
he's
just you
not
and
your
Tay.
type.
Well, all right. So, granted, I'll even admit this. No, I have not seen them yet.
What do you say, Kato?
He said, "Free him."
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Even though it's been like a decade. But yes, yes.
He probably has big prison muscles by now.
um,
We lost Aaron.
Went to jail for like 6 times. Oh, everybody's back. And everybody was like, free Cassidy. Cassidy needs to be freed. I felt the same way because Cassidy was my husband in my mind at that time. I was in college. We were in college. And that was years ago. But yes, Cassidy is beautiful. Anyway, talk to y'all later, social media family. And I'm Aaron Mack signing off for episode 2. And I'm with my good friends.
I'm Kato. I'll see you guys next time.
Basic complexity. Yeah. See you next time. Also.
Have a good night. Thank you, Day the Q2. We loved sharing tea with you. And we will talk to everybody later. Have a good night. Peace.